Hey, welcome to another edition of Kyle Meredith with. It's the interview series presented by WFPK at WFPK.org, Consequence, and the Consequence Podcast Network. Thanks as always for making your way here, for checking out the episode. Hit that subscribe button so you can keep up with the entire series. I put 3 new interviews out into the world every single week, new and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, just like this one. It's a great way to keep up with your favorite artists and discover some new ones. You can also grab us anywhere in podcast land. Spotify, Apple Podcast, NPR, WFPK.org, Consequence, or right here on YouTube for the video versions. Anywhere you get your podcast from, you can subscribe to Kyle Meredith with. And that's me, Kyle Meredith. Today, we are going to be talking about the espionage spy action world of Citadel, the series on Prime Video. Now, the first season of Citadel, set in America, it starred Richard Madden and Priyanka Chopra Jonas alongside Stanley Tucci and Leslie Manville, and premiered last year, I believe. And that was cool, right? Sort of building the world of Citadel. What I didn't know at the time, although what had been announced, is that was just like one small portion of it. They had done something that they had never done. Building a universe, that happens, but not this way. You have Citadel, the original version, and then there were other countries that were doing other parts of the story with their native crews in their native language. And today we're going to be talking about Citadel Diana. This is the Italian story, and it's set in Milan, 2030. Although it looks back 8 years, the independent global spy agency Citadel was destroyed by the powerful enemy syndicate Manticore. And since then, Diana, played by Matilda De Angelis, an undercover Citadel agent, is alone, trapped behind enemy lines as a mole in Manticore. When she finally sees a way out and a chance to disappear forever, the only way to do so is trusting the most unexpected ally, the heir of Manticore, Italy, and the son of the head of the Italian organization who's vying for leadership against other European families. Action ensues. So I'm going to be talking with Matilda De Angelis and producer Gina Gardini to hear all about launching the Italian version part of the story of this, especially amongst there's an Indian one also, and that episode is here as well. You can check that one out on the series, and how it lines up and how it tells the story at different parts in the timeline and what it was like to do the action and the stunts and so much more. So let's get into it, right? We're talking Citadel Diana. It's Kyle Meredith with Matilda De Angelis and Gina Gardini.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
Pleasure to meet you both. Congratulations on this series here. What a beautifully shot and acted and sort of mind-blowing thing that you all are a part of. I should throw the congratulations first.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You saw the first 2 episodes?
I saw the first 2 episodes.
Okay,
Yes,
great.
correct.
Great.
Yeah, I'm already hooked. So I'm in it. Let me start it because this spy universe, this spyverse is being built around us in real time here. Let's just start with the easy thing. Like, so who is Diana?
Diana. Well, actually, we have, I think, at least 2 Dianas in the show. So we have a young Diana, which is a young girl that becomes an orphan, unfortunately, and that from that moment on, her journey is to find the truth about the death of her parents. So, and then we have the 2030 Diana, a spy infiltrated in Manticore as a mole. And again, her journey of freedom and liberating herself from, I think, her trauma and Manticore, of course. So um, she's such a complex character. And I fell in love with her from the minute I met her. And it was it was I mean an incredible journey for me to portray her, both of them, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, playing younger and older versions of any. I'm like, it's got to be a fun thing for any actor to do. But I
Wow.
also
Yeah.
like, seeing like how you play. I guess I want to say, how do you want to play her? Because especially in once she's a spy. I mean, what's the line in the training? Shutting her emotions away so remote, not even she'll know what she's feeling.
Yeah.
Like when you're
Gives me the
taking on that part of it, what does
goosebumps.
that
Okay.
mean?
Sorry, what?
Oh, so when you're like kind of rolling into that side of her, like how did you want to do that? Because it feels like so much is just, in your eyes
Yeah.
that's happening.
Yeah. I remember uh, when I was shooting my first movie ever, my director at the time told me, trust your eyes. And from that moment on, I always remember that sentence. So sometimes it's just feeling what you have to feel and believing in what you're feeling. And I think the spectator will know what you're feeling. What was interesting in that moment was that I needed to feel something and yet be able to hide it, because that was the trick. So I really had to do it. And as an actress, it's such a strange training in a way, you know?
Mm. And also props because the very first scene, I mean, you have to shoot yourself like right away. Like,
I know.
what an introduction to the
I
world
know.
right
I
here.
know.
Is there a trick and a talent to learning how to be shot?
Well, no, I don't think so. You just go for it.
Not a lot of research you can do there, I would
No,
imagine.
I think the algorithm gets weird, I guess.
Right, right. Gina, for you like, so here we are again, constructing this spyverse in real time, in the original Citadel. Like, how important was it for you all to know that original series as something that's coming, after it?
You know what? The the idea of the three shows was that each show had to be independent of the other, and it's sort of a standalone series. The only connectivity necessarily was the idea that it was set in this Citadel world where there were these two rival spy agencies vying for power. But beyond that, um, there was there was no pressure or diktat that we had to have any sort of interconnectedness. The idea was to make a uniquely Italian show, uh, obviously set in the world of Citadel. But beyond that, the sky was the limit. And that is just, creative candy. It was really, really fun.
Yeah, I mean, has this ever been done before?
No,
Like
and
it
I
does.
think that's what
Yeah.
I mean, that's what's so fantastic and compelling about being part of this overall project is that it really is something that hasn't been done before. Obviously, there are films that are part of a very specific universe where interconnectedness is fundamental. Here, it's sort of that idea has evolved. It's like, yes, there is this world, but there can be unique stories within this world that don't necessarily connect. And in fact, all three shows are set in different time frames and are very different stories.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like, did you all talk about style? Because each one, of course, being shot in its own silo carries its own style, but especially with this one sort of being a little bit futuristic. Like, did you all talk about like what you wanted it to look like and how?
The only thing that we talked about was the fact that for us, it was important to make a show that resonated with Italians and an Italian audience first and foremost,
Mhm.
and how important it was for us to be grounded and realistic and portray a near future that felt within reach, and very, very plausible. And so that sort of dictated our tone and our style moving forward. And they loved
Yeah.
that because they wanted everybody to sort of do their own thing stylistically.
But of course, it doesn't have to be just for the Italian audience. I mean,
No, no,
to your
no,
point,
no. I
yes,
mean, that was a
yeah,
starting off point, but having made several Italian shows that have traveled globally, I think of Gomorrah, I think of 000. It's about their authenticity and staying true to their cultural identity
Yeah.
that I think is what's so appetizing and exciting for international audiences. It's that insider view into a world you don't know. And so, again, the fact that it was set in a city that isn't as well known as sort of the Venice, Florence, Rome parts of
Mhm.
Italy. think that was important too.
And Matilda, how long have you lived with Diana here? Because you were shooting, like, were you shooting multiple things at once? Because obviously you've got a lot of things coming out all at once at this point.
No, no, no,
Yeah.
no. It would have been impossible. No, it was just Diana for 4 months, 5 months, right?
Mhm.
Plus 4 months of training, of stunt training, a whole summer.
Yeah. Yeah, just to spend, any amount of time like that in someone's head. Just, I guess what I'm saying is seeing everything that you have coming out, it just feels like it could be a bit of a ping pong of emotions that
Yeah,
you might have to go through.
yeah, of
I don't know if
course.
that's the case.
I think it's always like that when you do this ungrateful job. So I feel that was actually the fun part for me and the challenging part for me. Um, Something that I had never done before. And it was compelling, you know. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially to develop your action, to get
Course,
deeper
of
into
course,
action.
of course, of
Yeah.
course, of course. Yeah, I wanted to be able to do most of my stunts because that was the unique part of the unique trait of the character. I mean, not the only one, but uh, as an Italian actress, I don't get the chance to do something like that every day. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So while I was reading the script, I remembered, I want to do it. I want to do it right. So since I have a past as a gymnast, um, it was like a flashback for me.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on the
Thank you
series
so
again.
much.
I'm looking forward to seeing where everything goes. And
Thank
thanks
you.
so much for talking about it.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much for speaking with us. Have a great day.
Ciao.
Bye.
And thanks to my guest. Also, thanks to you for checking out the episode in the series. Before you get out of here, hit that subscribe button. Again, you get 3 brand new interviews every single week. New one every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at right here on YouTube, or of course anywhere in podcast land, including iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Podchaser, NPR, or WFPK.org as well. A great way to keep up with your favorite artists and discover new ones as well. Then after that, actually head over to WFPK.org. That's where I do a show Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern. It's an hour full of song premieres, music news, anniversary spins, bonus interviews, Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern at WFPK.org. Consequence has your music and film news. You can also find me on the social media spots, Facebook, Instagram, mostly on Twitter. All 3 of them, the address is at Kyle Meredith. Do hope you like and follow along. That does it for another edition. I'm Kyle Meredith. I'll see you next time.